Hey Grownups, I have something exciting to share with you. There's a brand new kids podcast out now that I think you're going to love. It's called Mysteries About True Histories. This show is perfect if you love adventures, solving riddles, and maybe even some wacky math problems. But I need a little help from some new friends to tell you more. Max and Molly, take it away.
From the creators of Who Smarted, Starglow Media, comes a brand new podcast called Mysteries About True Histories.
Does that sound serious enough?
Max, we only have 30 seconds for this promo. Just tell them how your mysterious aunt recruited us into a secret order of problem solvers who travel time and have epic adventures.
I don't have to. You just did.
Catch new episodes of Mysteries About True Histories every Thursday on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey Tailblazers, I'm Rebecca Cunningham, and this is Girl Tales, a kids' podcast of feminist stories for a new generation. Before we get started, I want to send a happy belated birthday to Temple Valentine. Temple, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And I want to send a very special shout out to Clara and James. Temple, Clara, James, thank you all so much for listening to Girl Tales. Grownups, Girl Tales is brought to you by families like yours. If you would like to hear your child's name at the top of our next episode, head to patreon.com/girltales and donate today. Now on to our episode. This is Gunna and the Ghost. Enjoy! I'd like to tell you about a friend of mine. Her name is Gunna. Cool, right? It's Icelandic. Gunna is one of the most confident people I know. She is only 12 years old, but carries herself with the self-assuredness of someone who knows that she is smart, strong, and powerful. Self-assuredness, or being self-assured, means you don't need someone else to tell you that you're doing something right or that you're doing a good job. You just trust that you are. That was Gunna. Gunna was, as we say, a boss, and she didn't care about what other people said about her. When someone would call her bossy, Gunna would say, "That's right, I am bossy. I am a boss, and I am a leader, and I am trying to make the world a better place, and there is certainly nothing wrong with that." And when someone would call her full of herself, Gunna would say, "That's right, I am full of myself, full of love for myself. And if that bothers you, then maybe you should focus on finding some love for yourself instead of worrying about me." Cool, right? Gunna loved the town of Freshwater, and I just knew that one day Gunna would grow up to be its mayor. I knew that because she told me so all the time. And when Gunna told you something, you believed it. But as self-assured and full of herself as Gunna was, she was also a great listener. Being a good leader means being a good listener, she would always say. If you are a leader, you are making people's lives better. And how can I help make someone's lives better if I don't know about the problems that they're facing? And so every Sunday, Gunna would sit in the center of town and people would come and tell her their problems. And mostly, she would just listen. Sometimes she could help, like when Cupid needed a hand taking down all their Halloween decorations off of their roof. Or when Lucky Duck needed someone to watch over her pond while she flew south for the winter. But for a lot of folks, it just helped to have someone to talk to. And Gunna understood how important that could be. So she just listened. One Sunday, Dr. Franny K Stein came into the town square looking as if she just saw a ghost. Because she had. "Gunna, Gunna, I have just seen a ghost," she said to Gunna. "Oh," Gunna replied, not sure what to say. She hadn't met any ghosts before. "And what did it want?" "Well, it wanted me to look into its eyes. Huh, Gunna replied. Sort of creepy. Sort of creepy, Dr. Franny agreed. Well, did you? Gunna asked. Of course not, Dr. Franny replied. I was too scared. It's a ghost popping out of the side of the road demanding eye contact. That's both rude and scary. You're right, Gunna assured her. That is both rude and scary. But Gunna was not afraid. Where is the ghost? She asked. Can you take me to them? And so Dr. Franny nervously retraced her steps until she had reached the curve in the road by the old dam. Wait, did you hear that? Gunna asked. There, that must be the... Look into my eyes, the ghost asked hauntingly, having suddenly appeared out of thin air. This ghost looked like a short, round, otherwise kind old man. But the fact that he was semi-transparent and spoke with a haunting echo was enough to make him more than a little creepy. Oh yeah, just like you said, Gunna agreed, not even batting an eye. Look into my eyes, the ghost repeated. Both rude and creepy, Gunna said. Franny K Stein turned away from the ghostly voice, but Gunna did not. Look into my eyes, the ghost said for the third time. Okay, Gunna responded, walking up to the ghost. Fine. What? I'm here. Oh, really? The ghost replied, totally caught off guard. Yes, really. Hi, Gunna said, looking the ghostly man square in his ghostly face. You want me to look into your eyes? Well, here I am. What seems to be the problem? Oh, well, thank you. No one's ever stopped before. Most everyone just runs away, the ghost said, looking a little taken aback. Well, Gunna began, you have my full and undivided attention. Here I am, looking into your eyes. What's the matter? Do I have something stuck in my eye? I feel like there's an eyelash or something, the ghost replied, opening his eyes wide for Gunna to see. Here, in the left one. Ah, yep, there's an eyelash in there all right, Gunna responded, getting right up close and helping the ghost pull down gently on his lower eyelid. Stay still just for 1 second. And she gently blew that eyelash right out of the ghost's eye. He blinked a few times, then looked slowly back at Gunna. You, he said, and Dr. Franny shivered. They were in trouble now. You did it, the ghost exclaimed, and then flew up into the air, whizzing this way and that in celebration. Ah, that feels so much better. Thank you, thank you. Woohoo! Yippee! Lovely, my eye is clear. Anytime, Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost. Mr. Ghost replied. Mr. Ghost. Nice. Thanks. Was always a little funny during life, but now it suits me just fine, he replied. Anyway, I'm sorry to have scared you, Dr. Franny. I just figured you were a doctor, and you might be able to help. But I can see how my transparency can be a bit off-putting. It's all right, Dr. Franny responded, still nervous but trying not to be rude. Mr. Ghost did seem like a nice enough fellow after all, even if he was transparent. Well, sure glad I could help, Gunna said, as the ghost flew a grateful circle around her. Next time, maybe don't just hold your vowels as long. The look into my eyes. That comes off as a little creepy. I can see that now. Will do. Anyways, thanks again, the ghost responded before flying happily off toward the cemetery. Yeah, thanks again, Gunna, Dr. Franny said. I feel a little bit silly with how this all worked out. Don't, Dr. Franny, Gunna reassured her. The ghost was definitely scary, but ghosts are just like anyone else. Sometimes we all just need someone who will listen. That was Gunna and the Ghost, written and produced by Chad Chenail. Executive produced and performed by me, Rebecca Cunningham. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. And hey, if you liked this story, share it with a friend. Grownups, you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. Oh, and Tailblazers, remember, I believe you, and I believe in you. Girl Tales is a Cordelia Studios production.